ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो समस्त आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः। ओं श्री उमामहेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओं श्री वसिष्ठ विश्वामित्राभ्यां नमः। ओं श्री वाल्मीकि तुलसीदासाभ्यां नमः। ओं श्री वेदव्यास महर्षे नमः। ओं श्री समस्त रामायण शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो नमः। समस्त श्रीरामचंद्र स्वामिनः भक्तिभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभव अस्मिन् क्षणे एव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां भक्तिज्ञानयोग वेदान्तादि साधनानां प्रक्रियाणां भगवद्भागवत गुरुशिष्य परंपरायाः पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पूर्वभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्माकं सह ये आचार्याः गुरवः ऋषयः मुनयः भक्ताः साधकाः शिष्याः सेवकाः धर्म संस्थापकाः संस्थाः आश्रमिणः श्रेयविलासिनः अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्धाः तेषां सर्वेषां सदा पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य आदि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं श्री शिव सहस्रनामावल्याः पारायणं रूपगीता शास्त्रस्य पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ श्रीरामनाम संकीर्तनम्। ओम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ओम नमोस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुत्कणेभ्यः। ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रम् उत्तरकाण्डं सप्तमः सर्गः। श्री महादेव उवाच श्रीराम उवाच 72 श्लोक onwards। काङ्क्षया ॐ काङ्क्षया मम धर्मस्य परिशुद्धान्तरो जनः मद्गुणश्रवणादेव याति माम् अञ्जसा जनः यथा वायुवशात् गन्धः स्वाश्रयात् घ्राणमाविशेत् योगाभ्यास रतं चित्तम् एवमात्मानमाविशेत् सर्वेषु प्राणिजातेषु यहमात्मा व्यवस्थितः तमज्ञात्वा विमूढात्मा कुरुते केवलं बहिः क्रियोत्पन्नैर्नैकभेदैः द्रव्यैर्वेनाम्बतोषणम् भूतावमानिनार्चायाम् अर्चितोऽहं न पूजितः तावन्माम् अर्चयेत् देवं प्रतिमादौ स्वकर्मभिः यावत् सर्वेषु भूतेषु स्थितं चात्मनि न स्मरेत् यस्तु भेदं प्रकुरुते स्वात्मनः च परस्य च भिन्नदृष्टेः भयं मृत्युः तस्य कुर्यात् न संशयः माम् अतः सर्वभूतेषु परिच्छिन्नेषु संस्थितम् एकं ज्ञानेन मानेन मैत्र्याचार्चेत् अभिन्नधीः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Great text. Adhyatma Ramayanam, right from beginning. We are towards the end. The last but not the least important complete teachings directly from the Mukharavinda Rama Bhagavan. We are listening from last 24 days before Sri Rama Mandira Udghatana in Bharat Mata Ayodhya Nagari. After 25 days from now, 24 days exactly, Jan 22 2024. आज है December 29 2023. So from the Rama's Mukharavinda we are listening that great jnana. As doing that practice of it, you can establish Ayodhya and Rama in our own heart. So too, every place is Ayodhya, every heart is Ramasthana only. Every being is not but Rama Swarupa only. If this jnanam is practiced, taught, and everybody learns and practices it. Our tribute, yours and mine, mainly mine, toward the Rama Mandira knowledge, only the Ramayana Shastra Pracharana, through which Rama Mahima, Rama Krupa Karuna, Rama Dharma, Rama Swarupa Jnanam is being received, given, in which alone there is Punyam and Dhanyata. Final. Okay. Now, yesterday we have seen, see how nice they are. Uh, one line only you take as if it's a complete sadhana. And why not? Isn't it? For example, if you see the 72 mantra, Kankshaya Mama Dharmasya Janaha Parishuddha Antaraha. See, Mama Dharmasya Kankshaya. Kanksha means desiring, learning, and practicing. Mama Dharma means all the Bhagavata Dharmas. Yesterday we spent 35 minutes to talk about that. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. They are all called Bhagavata Dharma. Means a person who wants to become Bhakta of Bhagavan and totally belong to Bhagavan, called as becoming Bhagavata. These are the Dharma duties he needs to practice. Therefore, they are called भागवत बनने के लिए धर्म भागवत बने हुए लोग they live life like this. They do with their karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, antakarana, anything and everything related only to the Paramatma. So Shravanam about Bhagavan, Kirtanam Bhagavan, Smaranam Vishnu, Padasevanam Vishnu, Archanam Vishnu, Vandanam Dasyam, Sakyam Atmanivedanam. So these dharmas kankshaya. Why word Kanksha Rama use? Because of whatever thing we have Kanksha, desire, we work for it. Therefore, here Bhagavata Dharma Kanksha means the desire in us that I want to become a Bhakta like Prahlada Ityadi by doing this Shravanam Kirtanam Ityadi, Bhakti sadhanas, making myself one with them, making those sadhanas as my first nature. Then that Kanksha is there, definitely we do it. Once we do it, obviously its result is what? Parishuddha Antaraha Janaha. The such bhaktas, Jana means Bhakta Jana, Bhagavat Jana. Such bhaktas, heart becomes Paritaha Shuddha. Because of the power of the Lord invoked inside through all this Navadha Bhakti. All the Ashuddhis, you know, of avidya, about the Lord, not knowing, of all the hridayagata kamanas, vasanas, and then these mohadi, then raga dveshadi, all of them are the ashuddhis. To put it precisely in our yoga bhasha, all the five kleshas of avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, vinivesh. They all go away. That's a parishuddha. And kanksha, bhagavata dharma, as in yoga we studied what it is, Ishvara pranidhana. In Ishvara pranidhana, what is Kurma Purana said to us? Two things. All things done and all upadhis and all results resulted, everything offered to the Lord. This is first meaning of Ishvara pranidhana sadhana. Second is not accepting the entire universe, anything, to be as if other than God. Thus, everything is God. That's what will be our next to next sloka here in this Adhyatma Ramayana. That's called as Ishvara Pranidhana there. When that is done, the kleshas go away. The kleshas going away here is called as Parishuddha Antakarana. Doing Ishvara Pranidhana here it is called as Madharma Kankshaya. Madharma Kankshaya, Kankshaya Mama Dharmasya, Parishuddha Antaraha Janaha. And once the heart is free of kleshas, isn't it? क्लेश when निकल गए, then our vrittis will not be from the vasanas. Then we see the thing as it is. And what is thing as it is Paramatma only. One sadhana complete. When the heart is pure, antakarana is pure, it is no more antakarana, it is nothing but Paramatma only. So, Kankshaya Mama Dharmasya Parichuddhanta Karanajana Paramatmanam Prapya Muktim Prapnoti. You can make that one line full sadhana. Or you can continue it in the second line, third line. Or it is independent. Same way the second line. Second line क्या कहते हैं? मद्गुण श्रवणादेव याति माम अंजसा जनः. जनः, again the same word, माम मुझे याति reaches me. Anjasa, effortlessly and quickly. How? Madguna Shravanat. Go on listening to Bhagwan's Guna, both Nirguna Guna of Satyam Jnanavanta Brahma, Saguna Guna of all Bhagwan's Divya Mangala Gunas, Rupa, Leela. Go on listening. With that also, we reach to Paramatma. Second, complete independent sadhana. Navada Bhakti Karo, that's called as Madguna, Mama Dharmasya Kanksha. Or just you don't do anything, but listen from others, the Guna Shravana, Bhagavan ka, that also is sufficient. People reach me. Millions of examples, whenever a highly achieved Bhagavatkar does Bhagavat, like in case of Gokarna doing Bhagavat. First time only Dhundukari got liberated, but second time everybody got, including his mother and all. So too when Bhagavata is done by Uddhavji in that Vrindavana, for the remaining wives of Krishna and also Parikshitji and that, what is it? Vajranabha. Vimanas came and everybody directly went into moksha by listening. And how many seekers, having heard from Puja Gurudeva, such Mahatmas, delving deeply into the meditational levels, they are experiencing it. They may not become teachers or lecturers, etc. वो सत्संग करने वाले 1% होते हैं. That doesn't mean they are the only ones realize. Many of them, without realizing, they talk. Isn't it? अपनी तरह. But silently who are in that experience revelation, and there are many who got it by listening. So, Madguna Shravanat eva mam anjasa yati. Shutva anyebhya upasate tepi chati tarantyeva mrutyam shruti parayanaha. The 13th chapter, last but 3 shloka. Second, complete sadhana. Done? Clear? Now the third one again. Shloka number 73. With an example. Yatha, just like Vayu Vashat. Under the Vasha influence of Vayu, Gandha, the fragrance, so Ashriyat. from its own source, let us say flower or fruit. Granam ashrayet, avishayet, enters into the nostrils of the people wherever they are. They have not gone there, but the winds brought those fragrances. है ना, जब गुलाब के बगीचे से जा रहे, what a fragrance of, or nowadays रात की रानी, है ना, this is a season for that. Then comes that har singar flowers come, and in summer those lily flowers, lily nahi, jasmine, you know, there are seasons for flowers. कोई कोई तो इतना पावरफुल स्मेल, मोगरा जो होता है, रियल मोगरा, वेरी रेयर है, इतना दूर दैट स्मेल. मोगरा अगरबत्ती नहीं, द रियल वन आई एम टॉकिंग. वेरी फैसिनेटिंग. Or even the fruits when fully ripened mango. Aha! Now the season of शरीफा, सीताफल जो कहते हैं, custard apple, the fragrance. Anyway, though I am there somewhere, but the wind has brought that fragrance to my nostrils. In the same way, having given the example, he says, Yoga Abhyasaratam Chittam. Okay, the chitta which is trained to revel in the yoga abhyasa. Yoga abhyasitam atmanam avishet. Slowly, just be busy in doing the yoga abhyasa as taught to you by the Guru with the help of Yoga Shastra. That's it, keep on doing. That chitta laya become, it becomes merged in the atma only. Atmanam avishet. The chitta merges inside in the self inside. So yoga abhyasa. In Gita, it's called as Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanyagamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Partha no Chintayan Purushasa Parapartha Bhaktyalabhyastvananaya. A big sequence of things told in the 8th chapter. But for you and I, luckily, because we are straight away studying the Hiranyagarbha Anugrahita, Kapila Mahamuni Anugrahita, Ananta Bhagwan's avatar, Kapila Mahamuni, sorry, Patanjali Mahamuni Rishi given Yoga Darshanam with Vyasa Bhashya. Anyway, we are studying. Therefore, for us, the Yoga Abhyasa has a pakka defined meaning. Especially nowadays, where we are studying the Ashtanga Yoga topic. In that, in doing the Abhyasa of this Yama Sadhanas, Niyama Sadhanas, and today we have almost done the asana. One more sutra is there. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Then tomorrow Prayatna Saithilyat Ananta Samapatibhyam. Then the result of that will be told tomorrow. Powerful. Only by the asana, great things we are going to achieve. So to the pranayama will be discussed. Uska bhi result batayenge humko. Just like Yama Sadhana told 5 of them, then uska siddhiyan bataye. So to niyama we studied and the siddhis are told. So to iska bhi humko phal batana hai na. So the asana siddhis phala will be told. Indriya jaya and all of that will be spoken. So to pranayama siddhi ka phal to bahut batate. They quote a shloka where he say pranayam se badkar koi sadhana hi nahi. He will study all of that tomorrow and day after. In this way, from the grossest to subtle yoga sadhanas when we do, in that the first 5 are bahiranga sadhana. Then dharana, dhyana, samadhi with full thorough understanding, which is a big subject in our third vibhuti bad. We are going to study. So such person who is yoga abhyasarata. Yoga word, if you use it for, or it is you interpret as the yoga given to us by Patanjali Muni. So yoga also means bhakti yoga. Yoga also means jnana yoga. So the chitta reveling in yoga of bhakti is Navada Bhakti. Chitta reveling in the yoga of the jnana is Mahavakya Chintanam. Chitta trying to come out of the vrittis or nirodha kare vritti yoga. वो वाला साधना Ashtanga yoga or yes Patanjali Pranita yoga marg. Whichever, any of them. But ratam hona chahiye, revel. We have to revel in that, enjoyingly doing that sadhana. Enjoyingly doing. Isn't it? That thing some of us are recognizing as far as our Shastra Adhyanam daily is concerned. Slowly, from routineness, boredom, the joy of studying more and more Shastras, wanting to do more and more, till we thoroughly become master of all and do the sadhana. Not otherwise, Shastra Vasana bhi humko nahi chahiye. But Shastra Prema, Shastra Ichha, Shastra Adhyana, we got an idea. Same way, any of the yoga ka abhyas ka rati, reveling. Whoever does, of that person's chitta, Bhagavan himself is assuring here ki Atmanam Avishet. It dissolves in the self. And चित्त में मैं भी हूँ अहम वर्ग है मैं भी उस आत्मा में लय होता हूँ मीन्स आई एक्सपीरियंस माई रियल आत्मा अतः ऊर्ध्वं like in Gita 12th chapter 9th shloka Mayeva manadatsva Mayi buddhi niveshaya nivasishyasi Mayi eva. You will experience yourself to be entered into me, staying in me. Atavurdam na samshaya. Thereafter there is no doubt about what you are, what am I, what the whole world, what is Antakarana. Everything is one Paramatma. That experience will come to you. Na samshaya. Chidyante sarva samshaya. That point I said here is a Chittam Atmanam Avishet. So it also says what to do. It also says what is the result that comes. It itself indicates that result is the covetable. Therefore, aim at that only. Chitta merging in the Atma, thus getting the Atma Anubhuti, not living at the Chitta level of Ahamidam Vritti Bheda, is called Danyata or Moksha. है ना? Now yoga इस शब्द को replace करो with bhoga. भोगाभ्यासरत चित्तम आत्मानम नहीं आविशेत अनात्मानम आविशेत. That is what so far from last 18 days we are studying in our Dhanyashtakam, wherein those who are not doing this spiritual sadhana, how their life becomes wasted. Itare bhavapashabaddaha, है ना? शेषास्तु भ्रमनिलये परिभ्रमन्ति. You understood? We have seen it now. Same thing was in Shivaparada Kshamapana Stotra. So, bhogabhyasarataha will be away from Atma, will get lost in its chitta with so many of kleshas, vasanas, samskaras. They are all propelled to do more and more papa. Oh, that gives a lot of dukkha nara. But yoga abhyasarataha chittam, ratam chittam, atmanama avishetu. Evam. Eva means as it is said in all above sadhanas, atmanam avisheta. It not only understands Atman, it goes so near to it and becomes one with it. Tomorrow, in I think Mandukya or Aitareya, this topic will come. I think Aitareya mein aayega wo. In the third chapter, the first mantra, mere ख्याल में. So, योगाभ्यासरतं चित्तम एवं आत्मानम आविशेत. एवं योगाभ्यासरतं चित्तम कर्मयोगाभ्यास, भक्तयोगाभ्यास, ज्ञानयोग्य आत्मानम आविशेत. So, that means what? The above immediate portion is yoga sadhana. Before that wala is bhakti yoga sadhana. Now what Lord Rama going to do is the jnana yoga. In and through all, the goal achieved is chittam atmanam avishet. Our chitta should merge in the pure self-experience. Okay. Now from here slowly, the Jnana Vishayas Bhagavan is introducing, not very deeply, quoting the Upanishadic mantra, etc. Because that old woman, Kausalya, she is so dilapidated and all. She can't. But then he can't be without giving that essence. Because he himself said in the beginning, by me only karma bhakti jnana yogas were given for moksha. Karma yoga bhakti jnana maya dattam. So he has taught karma yoga, ashtanga yoga and bhakti yoga. Now the jnana yoga dena. So one by one thought. First shloka is what? Sarveshu prani jateshu hi aham atma vyavastitaha. In every of the living beings, as their self, undoubtedly who is seated and established is me and me and me alone. Like every of the bill passed by the both sabhas of Loka and Rajya. before it becomes, functional. On every of them, the signature of president is required. Without him, no. So to at the state level, the governor's आमोद मुद्रा कहते हैं उसको, is a sign or seal of permission. Everything. Mm, mm. Without the signature, or the other example I was to give was, in every note of 1 रुपए 2 रुपए आजकल तो प्रिंट नहीं होते, 10 rupees also slowly becoming reduced. The other day in one shop when I gave 10 rupee notes 5, मैं तो वही होता है भाई, बड़ा मेरे पास क्या होगा. You are so happy. Nowadays नहीं मिलता. In every of the rupee note from 500 to anyone, governor signature, if it is not there, Reserve Bank governor, it is not valid. In the same way, in everyone's heart be attentive. The Atman without which that being cannot be. In the form of that self, the Atman, I alone am Vyavastitaha. Now, how simply, vehemently, the truth, the essence of Upanishads, Bhagavan is conveying very delicately. सर्वेषु प्राणिजातेषु हि aham atma vyavastita. I as the self is there in every being. Sarveshu pranijatishu. So in that, right from Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Brahma, Deva, Indradi, the higher levels se lekar, in between Devatas, Swarga, Yajna, Yaksha, Kinnara, Vagara, come into the human life, in the lower strata of Pashu, Pakshi, Vanaspati, even the below dungeon lokas of Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatana, wherever. सर्वेषु प्राणिजातेषु आत्मा अहम व्यवस्थितः. Okay, be attentive. Tam ajnatva, not knowing him to be so. Vimudhatma, a deluded person. Here Atma is intellect. Vimudhatma, intellectually deluded persons, kurute kevalam bahihi. They do only the bahya upasana to the vigrahas ityadi. Or they get identified with the bahya upadhis of their own and also the beings around. Here the kurute means they establish unwanted variety of relative relations which are ending to give only dukha. Bahihi kurute matlab the bahya vigraha adi ka puja kar rahe, but in every being that Paramatman is there, it is not recognized. He is not recognized. That's the one meaning of Bahihi Kurute. Second meaning is the external things other than the Atma, the Upadhis of Buddhi, Mana, Indriya. With that, we identify in our own and in others also. We see that alone. And from that standpoint only, we establish the relativity. So I consider myself as body. I look at others also as body. Then I relate that way. I consider myself as a mana. I look at others as a mana. Then from the mana standpoint, all sentiments. Intellectually, I am this professional, is that professional. So I relate with him as a friend or enemy. This is called as Baihi Kurute. And such person, what title Bhagavan gave? Vimudhatma. And who is a Jnanatma? The one who is seeing the common self-denominator in all. Tam ajnatva kevalam bahi kurte yasaha vimudhatma. The same thing is Ashochananva Shochastam Prajnavadan Shabhashasya Gatasuna Gatasuncha Nanashochanti Panditaha. From there, Bhagavan talked about only the Atma Vastu. It is in himself, in Arjuna, in all the Pandava Paksha people, also all Kauravas. As a self, they were never there where they were not there. Now they are there, future also they will be there. As an Upadhi, even if you don't kill them, definitely they will die tomorrow or you will die. Even I will leave the avatara and go. How can you give Upadhi, importance to Upadhi and relate with that? है ना? One Kevala Atma in all. First develop that vision, drishti. That should be the basis. All other at the outer Vyavahara level, for at that moment, at that span of moment only the Vyavahara should be. Vyavahara ek kshana. Immediately we have to go to Paramartha. लाइक मंदिर में हम आजकल जाते हैं, परमात्मा एक क्षण इमीडिएटली व्यवहार कौन आए भगवान के साथ मेरे को भी देखने के लिए वी लुक एट एवरीबडी एंड एवरीबडी इज लुकेटिंग ईच अदर एंड द लॉर्ड इज लुकिंग एट ईच अदर दिस फूल्स हैव कम टू सी मी और ईच अदर मजा आता है जब मैंने गो टू शादी में भी ऐसे नोबडी लुक्स एट ब्राइड ब्रूम एंड ग्रूम दे ओनली लुक एट ईच अदर एक सेकंड के लिए again the mind now at that stage, from that stage 2 minutes vyavahara, that's it, immediately mind into the truth. That's how we have to train ourselves to be safe, no other way. So therefore sarveshu bhuteshu aham atma vyavastita tavajñātva vimudhatma bahi kurute means outer upadhis only they see, with that only they establish relations and live life like that only through ragadvesha, only eking out nothing but misery, samsara. Okay. And remember that Atman, the self, we are seeing in Mandukya morning and Aitharya, it is not an object. Okay. It is not born, therefore, from the birth and jati standpoint, it cannot be told. It has no gunas, therefore, from the guna standpoint, it can't be described. It has no kriyas to do niskriya heva, you can't talk about it from the kriya standpoint. It is never an object. It is pure, beyond all Visheshanas subject. That's why it's called Nirvisheshana. And the beauty is what? That alone is there. On that, all these are superimposed. An innocent rope, snake, its tail and its hood and the fangs in it, the poison and the hissing and moving and biting. How many we impose on innocent snake? So as a rope. In the same way, the pure self alone is real. All other things are coming, going, superimposed on it. And the question why all that is called Maya. And it's a bada subject. So Rama's teaching to her and others what? See the eternal self in every being. Now, what to take the help of Gita or Kathopanishad just for a minute in this regard is that self is not burnt by fire, dried by the wind, made drowned by the water, not heavied by the earth, not cut by the sword. Therefore, with all these weapons, whatever that one can do to the upadhis of Sharira Adi, that doesn't happen to the self. That's the meaning of Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Na enam dahati pavakaha, Na cha enam kledanti apaha, Na shosheti maruta. Shastrastra cannot do Chedan Vedana of Atma. Nainam dahati pavakaha. Fire doesn't burn him. Na kledayanti apaha, water doesn't wet it. Marutah na shosheti. Now, they are all the ways by which each of the Panchamatas destroy those Rupa and Nama. They function and do their work of destruction only on the Upadhi, not the self. That's what Janaka Maharaj says. Mithilayam pradiptayam name dahyati kinchana or kashchana or kanchana. And the whole Mithila Nagari be burnt, including this body. Nothing can burn me. I am the self of the fire. Fire can burn anything, not the self of its own. Again, Vamadev ne dekha, all devatas, they are also born and dying. He is the self of even the Agni Adi devatas. How can they touch him? That's what Hanumanji's poonch was not burnt. That's how the Holika was burnt. All these examples. Anatma alone can be affected by these Shaktis of Panchabhuta Adi in their effect of destruction, not the self. By the way, there is that self in us. Recognize it and remain eternal. Not recognizing that self, the Atman, At the Upadhi level, you relate, you already done a mistake. Now, भुगतना पड़ेगा उस गलती का फल को in the form of दुख. हो गया? Now, continuation of that. Bhagavan is giving such a good knowledge which we many a times listen, but somehow we are genius in forgetting and not caring the important things. चलता ही रहता है वो सिलसिला. Hmm? Mhm. Now, one sloka only I chant and see. क्रियोत्पन्नैः नैकभेदैः द्रव्यैः मे न अम्ब तोषणम् भूत अवमानिनार्चायाम् अर्चितोऽहं न पूजितः. ए अम्बा, Amba means mother, Jagadamba. Very conspicuous, clear, unambiguous terms. Spashta Rupena Bhagavan is saying. What he says, Hey Amba, Aham na architaha na pujitaha. How much our paraphernalia outside they do. They have neither done my archana nor done my puja. If these unwanted things are there and if this essential thing is missing. What he says, Kriya utpannaihi naika bhedaihi. Aneka bheda yukta kriyas are there in that puja and archana. What it means is the havanas, the homas, the yajnas, the yagas. Generally, we take all of them to be same. No, there are slight differences. And then upasanas, pujas. Them also we categorize in one category, but there are so many varieties in it. It is called as Aneka Bheda Upasana Archana Havana Paddhati to the God. Okay. Second is what? Again, in each one of them, the limbs, steps. Like if you take it a yajna, right from the Punyaha Vajanam Agni Pratishtha, then Devata Ahvana. After that, then through the Mantrocharana, different dravyas offered at different times up to the Purnahuti level. If it is yajna. If it is Upasana, Dhyayami, Avahyami से लेकर finally Sakalam Samarpayami tak, there are 100 varieties of pujas done. Again with hundreds of dravyas. So be attentive. Kriyotpannaihi, born out of kriyas, accomplished through the kriyas, naika bhedaihi, in the variety of the yajnas, varieties of upasanas, abhishekams, and every one of them. Today's world, to chudu dekho, in every temple, the puja is totally naika bheda. Naika means aneka, not one. Eka means aneka, not one. Naika bheda. It is ascharya if somebody takes this tedious job of compiling the pujas done in the entire temples of the country. Around some 10 lakhs तो होंगे temples India में. होना चाहिए ज़्यादा ही होना. In everyone, na eka Veda, na eka, Veda Veda only. Very good, it's all beautiful. That is how the Lord also loves it. But the point conveyed here is what? अनेक भेद युक्त क्रियाओं से किए जाने वाले और अनेक द्रव्य उपयोग करके किए जाने वाले पूजा अर्चना से मैं तुष्ट नहीं होता. By that pujaris, who are they? Bhuta avamanina, those who are doing avamana of the beings. The ones who are insulting, humiliating the human living beings. And to me, in the form of idol or anything, they are doing puja with aneka bheda, excited they want to do, with a variety of varieties, with so many of the dravyas. That puja and archana is not received by me. Bhuta avamanina archayam na archita aham and na pujita aham. Neither my archana nor my puja is received by me, and I don't agree it as a puja. Bhuta avamani means the one who in the who beings they are not seeing me, and they are seeing some relative and relating and relatively living in which avamana etc. is done. Here a very subtle point is what? Not taking any being as Bhagavan. Taking any being as other than Bhagavan itself is the avamana of that bhuta and also avamana of the Bhagavan in that bhuta. Bhuta means being. With such people, how many a number of big way upasana, puja, archana, they are done. I don't receive. Who is saying is Sakshat Bhagavan. So therefore the two steps are what? First, in the mandira and vigraha, do puja. Develop bhava bhakti inside. Like that murti in the temple only, every murti. The difference is that the stable murti, stavara murti, they are all moving mobile murtis. That is Jangama murti. Thus, every human, every living being is a devalaya, temple. In him, the jiva is devata, paramatma only. With this bhavana, the puja bhavana to anyone, respect, reverence to everyone, not giving even a little of dukkha to anyone, that is called as the real Rama Bhakti. देखो, 2-3 things are there in this regard, very essential to understand. And in the next 2-3 shlokas, भगवान तो very strongly कुछ बातें, strong in the sense, he gestures, निष्ठुरता कहते हैं उसको in Sanskrita, wherein ruthless he is. He doesn't want to become emotional or compromise, because when some such real true things we have to do, we should not compromise them on any pretext of emotions, etc. So 1 or 2 things he talks about this. This is the meaning of the Jnana Marga, where the recognition of self is pakka, not allowing any other identity to pop up to create wrong relativity and suffering. What it is, let's enjoy tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Paramanushabhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Nam Tatsat Brahmarpana Vastu Bolo Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalasastaye Sarvamaya Vinashanaye Trailokyanathaye श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. ओम भाग्याब्धि चंद्रिका भक्त चित्त के घना घना रोग पर्वतदम भोले मृत्युदार कुठारिकाये नमो नमः. ओम नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा. ओम श्री हनुमत वीराय नमः. ओम श्री हनुमते 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 नमः. ओम ओम नमः शिवाय. 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 ओम वज्रकाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णकृष्णाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रकाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णकृष्णाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रकाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णकृष्णाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. राम मंत्र. राम 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 राम. Do the Shiva Sahasranamavali 400 से 500. ओम गौतमाय नमः. ओम निशाकराय नमः. ओम दंभाय नमः. ओम अदंभाय नमः. ओम वैदंभाय नमः. ओम वश्याय नमः. ओम वशकराय नमः. ओम कलये नमः. ओम लोककर्त्रे नमः. ओम पशुपतये नमः. ओम महाकर्त्रे नमः. ओम अनौषधाय नमः. ओम अक्षराय नमः. ओम परमाय नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. परमाय ब्रह्मणे नमः। ओं बलवते नमः। ओम शक्राय नमः। ओम नीतये नमः। ओम अनीतये नमः। ओम शुद्धात्मने नमः। ओम शुद्धाय नमः। ओम मान्याय नमः। ओम गतागताय नमः। ओम बहुप्रसादाय नमः। ओम सुस्वप्नाय नमः। ओम दर्पणाय नमः। ओम अमित्रजिते नमः। ओम वेदकाराय नमः। ओम मंत्रकाराय नमः। ओम विदुषे नमः। ओम समरवर्धनाय नमः। ओम महामेघनिवासने नमः। ओम महाघोराय नमः। ओम वशिने नमः। ओम कराय नमः। ओम अग्निज्वालाय नमः। ओम महाज्वालाय नमः। ओम अतिधूम्राय नमः। ओम हुताय नमः। ओम हविषे नमः। ओम वृषणाय नमः। ओम शंकराय नमः। ओम नित्यवर्चस्विने नमः। ओम धूमकेतनाय नमः। ओम नीलाय नमः। ओम अंगलुब्धाय नमः। ओम शोभनाय नमः। ओम निरवग्रहाय नमः। ओम स्वस्तिदाय नमः। ओम स्वस्तिभावाय नमः। ओम भागिने नमः। ओम भागकराय नमः। ओम लघवे नमः। ओम उत्संगाय नमः। ओम महांगाय नमः। ओम महागर्भपरायणाय नमः। ओम कृष्णवर्णाय नमः। ओम सुवर्णाय नमः। ओम सर्वदेहिनामिन्द्रियाय नमः। ओम महापादाय नमः। ओम महाहस्ताय नमः। ओम महाकायाय नमः। ओम महायशसे नमः। ओम महामूर्धने नमः। मूर्धने नमः। ओम महामात्राय नमः। ओम महानेत्राय नमः। ओम निशालयाय नमः। ओम महान्तकाय नमः। ओम महाकर्णाय नमः। ओम महोष्ठाय नमः। ओम महाहनवे नमः। ओम महानासाय नमः। ओम महाकम्बवे नमः। ओम महाग्रीवाय नमः। ओम श्मशानभाजे नमः। ओम महावक्षसे नमः। ओम महोरस्काय नमः। ओम अन्तरात्मने नमः। ओम मृगालयाय नमः। ओम लंबनाय नमः। ओम लंबितोष्ठाय नमः। ओम महामायाय नमः। ओम पयोनिधये नमः। ओम महादन्ताय नमः। ओम महादंष्ट्राय नमः। ओम महाजिह्वाय नमः। ओम महामुखाय नमः। ओम महानखाय नमः। ओम महारोमाय नमः। ओम महाकोशाय नमः। ओम महाजटाय नमः। ओम प्रसन्नाय नमः। ओम प्रसादाय नमः। ओम प्रत्ययाय नमः। ओम गिरिसाधनाय नमः। ओम स्नेहनाय नमः। ओम अस्नेहनाय नमः। ओम अजिताय नमः। ओम महामुनये नमः। ओम वृक्ष आकाराय नमः। ओम वृक्षकेतवे नमः। ओम अनलाय नमः। ओम श्रीमहादेवाय नमः। ओम शिवरहस्यं ऋभुगीता अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः ऋभुः 23 श्लोकास् we do. ऋभुरुवाच ॐ निदाघशृणुगुह्यं मे सर्वसिद्धान्तसङ्ग्रहं द्वैताद्वैतमिदं शून्यं शान्तं ब्रह्मैव सर्वदा अहमेव परं ब्रह्म अहमेव परात् परम् द्वैताद्वैतमिदं शून्यं शान्तं ब्रह्मैव केवलम् अहमेव हि शान्तात्मा अहमेव हि सर्वगः अहमेव हि शुद्धात्मा अहमेव हि नित्यशः अहमेव हि नानात्मा अहमेव हि निर्गुणः अहमेव हि नित्यात्मा अहमेव हि कारणम् अहमेव हि जगत्सर्वम् इदं चैवाहमेव हि अहमेव हि मोदात्मा अहमेव हि मुक्तिदः अहमेव हि चैतन्यम् अहमेव हि चिन्मयः अहमेव हि चैतन्यम् अहं सर्वान्तरस्तदा अहमेव हि भूतात्मा भौतिकं त्वहमेव हि अहमेव त्वमेवाहम् अहमेवाहमेव हि जीवात्मा त्वहमेवाहम् अहमेव परेश्वरः अहमेव विभुर्नित्यम् अहमेव स्वयं सदा अहमेवाक्षरं साक्षात् अहमेव हि मे प्रियम् अहमेव सदा ब्रह्म अहमेव सदा व्ययः अहमेवाहमेवाग्रे अहमेवान्तरान्तरः अहमेव चिदाकाशम् अहमेवावभासकः अहमेव सदा स्रष्टा अहमेव हि रक्षकः अहमेव हि लीलात्मा अहमेव हि निश्चयः अहमेव सदा साक्षी त्वमेव त्वं पुरातनः त्वमेव हि परं ब्रह्म त्वमेव हि निरन्तरम् अहमेवाहमेवाहम् अहमेव त्वमेव हि अहमेवाद्वयाकारः अहमेव विदेहकः अहमेव ममाधारः अहमेव सदात्मकः अहमेवोपशान्तात्मा अहमेव तितिक्षकः अहमेव समाधानं श्रद्धा चाप्यहमेव हि अहमेव महाव्योम अहमेव कलात्मकः अहमेव हि कामान्तः अहमेव सदान्तरः अहमेव पुरस्ताच्च अहं पश्चादहं सदा अहमेव हि विश्वात्मा अहमेव हि केवलम् अहमेव परं ब्रह्म अहमेव परात्परः अहमेव चिदानन्दः अहमेव सुखासुखम् अहमेव गुरुत्वं च अहमेवाच्युतः सदा अहमेव हि वेदान्तः अहमेव हि चिन्तनः देहोऽहं शुद्धचैतन्यः अहं संशयवर्जितः अहमेव परं ज्योतिः अहमेव परं पदम् अहमेवाविनाश्यात्मा अहमेव पुरातनः 20 श्लोकास् we have done. Tomorrow we'll see remaining. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hare Rama. అమ్మయ్య. ఓం న తత్ర సూర్యో భాతి న చంద్ర తారకం నేమః విద్యుతో భాంతి కుతోయమగ్నిః తమేవ భాంతమనుభాతి తస్య వాసనమో బ్రహ్మా బ్రహ్మలోకాయ नाशाय ततः। बोल सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, उमावर चंद्र चूड़ भगवान। रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग वासिष्ठ पातंजलि योग दर्शन अध्यात्म रामायण सूत संहिता शिव पुराणादि ऋग्वेद गीता आदि समस्त धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति श्रुति स्मृति पुराणिता शास्त्र की जय। वेद व्यास गुरुदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। वेद व्यास वशिष्ठ वाल्मीकि विश्वनाथ तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय। हिरण्यगर्भ कपिल पतंजलि व्यासादि योग दर्शनाचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मृति जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। बोल श्री सांब सदाशिव भगवान की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापकगण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्मिक जीवन की जय। श्री राम भगवान की जय। इतने साल भगवान 500 साल से राम जी because of our own weakness and all kept us away. Now all our punya prarthana upasana is resulting. Bhagwan Rama has chosen again to come. So let us welcome with all possible sadhanas, upasanas, bhajana, kirtana, parayana, yajna, etc. And see to it that he gets established not only in Ayodhya but in the hearts of all of us. Ayodhya means that where there is no yuddha. Like Aranya is that where there is no rana. जहाँ रण नहीं होता उसको अरण्य कहते हैं, जहाँ युद्ध नहीं होता उसको अयोध्या. The rana yuddha happens where there is two. Where there is only one without second Rama darshanam, there is no yuddha, that's called Ayodhya. So let Rama that way as a knowledge and devotion establish in everyone's heart. Thank you, friends. Amma. What a wonderful thing it is. 20 days celebration continues. And congrats for the conclusion of our Dhanyashtaka Adhyanam. Start something tomorrow. Jai